Overreactions from UFC 314. It was an amazing card where we saw Volk regain the title. I was wrong on my predictions, but honestly, who gives a shit because it was just a fantastic card. We haven't had a good card in a while. We were just desperate for anything fun, and Paddy Pimblett delivered, Volkanovski delivered, the entire card pretty much delivered. And it was just a wonderful time, wonderful experience. Don't even care that my main event pick was wrong. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go into the biggest overreactions, the biggest um narratives that I've been seeing online after this event that I really just kind of question because I don't know. I thought a lot of good things happened this card. A lot of great things were shown, but a lot of things were kind of blown out of proportions. And then a lot of people didn't get the credit they deserved for their performance. So let's just hop right into it. So let's start with Dominic Reyes. So I predicted he would get the first round knockout. So you know how wonderful that was. I might have picked a third round knockout or a second round knockout. I don't know, but yeah, I see people saying Dominic Reyes is fully back. Now he's on a 3-fight win streak, and I do think that Dominic Reyes is a stud, and I do think he is almost back to his John Jones form. I don't think he's too far out to where he was then, but the thing about Dominic Reyes, about his style, is that once he goes and fights people at the top of the rankings, when you look at the top of light heavyweight, it's a bunch of fast, technical strikers. And I just feel like Dominic Reyes excels against wild men. In the Dustin Jacoby fight, he trusted that Dominic Reyes' chin was fully gone, so he pushed the pace and just ended up getting knocked out. We saw Nikita Krylov. I know that's his style just in general, to just be extremely wild, but he's kind of a less fast Yuri Prochazka. So Dominic Reyes was just able to find a shot when he was doing a weird DDP blitz. And I just feel like Dominic Reyes is a weapon, but I just feel like most like kickboxers like Alexander Rakic, Khalil Roundtree will be able to just keep it technical, keep it going till the long rounds. And I just feel like Dominic Reyes with this simple style will just win a pure, or will just lose a pure kickboxing match against people like Roundtree. I feel like Rakic kind of beats him. I know that's a sad thing to say, but I'm gonna live it up as we like as it's now. Dominic Reyes on a 3-fight win streak. So I don't know. He looked rejuvenated. He still looks fast. It was a wonderful night, but I just feel like we can't get too um ahead of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So let's just move on. Volkanovski needs to retire now. This was just because I watched a Lucas Tracy video. And the thing is, Volkanovski, I know he wasn't as fast as he was against Yair Rodriguez, against TKZ, but of course he's not. He's 36 years old. He's coming off of like a year layoff in the octagon. And this is the most dialed in Volk I have seen. I'm going to be honest. I know he got dropped in the second round, but Volkanovski, this entire fight, was just landing on Diego Lopez effortlessly, just going in and out, making Diego Lopez have no clue. Like, it looked like Diego Lopez was simple just based off of the fact that Volkanovski was using his footwork so well, just his jab was just popping off Diego Lopez. I know he was able to eat the shots and he wasn't like standing in the middle, but Diego Lopez, like he would maybe used to, and like, I don't know. I just feel like Volkanovski didn't get the credit he deserved. A lot of people are saying he needs to retire, and I know it's not because it's fully his performance, but that Lucas Tracy video, he was saying Volkanovski was not looking at his full form, and I guess he wasn't, but like, to be honest, I think this was a super smart performance. He was landing in the pocket while Diego Lopez was rushing in, and in moments it looked like Diego Lopez was almost winning exchanges that he actually wasn't. When I watched back the fight, you would see Diego Lopez go forward, but Volkanovski was so slickly just getting out of the way and just using his counters to just point up Diego Lopez, and it was just such a clear Volkanovski win, other than that one little hiccup. And I don't know, I just feel like a lot of people don't give Volkanovski credit. Lucas Tracy, who was saying, you know, Volkanovski, he did look good and crafty, but this is nowhere near his top form. This was honestly, to be honest, I think this was the craftiest version of Volk we have seen. I know he wasn't as fast as he usually is, but I mean, his footwork, his just everything was on point tonight, and this is coming off of a year layoff. So when looking at everything, I just think he shouldn't retire. I think he should keep on making some money for his family. Lopez, I just feel like is a way is a way more dangerous striker than Movsar, obviously, but I just feel like there's a lot more danger with Lopez, and that type of style Lopez has is more dangerous to Volk's style. And Movsar he has good grappling, but Volkanovski's going to be able to pop right up. If Aljamain Sterling was, Volkanovski will for sure be able to with his dense build. And I just don't think Volk will ever fight Gene Silva at number 13. So yeah, I think Volkanovski should continue to fight, and then once clearing the division, retire on top, and it will be wonderful. Finally, we're gonna do. We learned. Jesus Christ. We're gonna do. This is like my third video back from like a 4 month layoff, so yeah, I can't talk too well. So like, give me a little slack. But my third take is that we learned a lot about Paddy Pimblett, and don't get me wrong, Paddy Pimblett had a great performance. It's just Michael Chandler looked so ass in there that you can't really judge like what Paddy did, because Michael Chandler really didn't show that Paddy Pimblett worked on his like head movement, worked on his, I don't know, it's just Michael Chandler didn't throw anything. He was relying on his one shot power. He thought he was like Mike Tyson or something. He was only throwing, no, he didn't think he was Mike Tyson. He thought he was like Carlos Prates. He thought he was able to just do a right hand and just like absolutely like flatline his opponent. But Mike Chandler, the thing is, hasn't done that unless it's Dan Hooker with the perfect meaty right overhand. Like, I just feel like Michael Chandler, he's not really the best fighter, to be honest. Like, we used to think of him as this top level guy. I don't know how the fuck he rocked Poirier. Charles Oliveira kind of is really good for Chandler's style. He's kind of in the pocket most of the time. So Chandler will be able to land on Oliveira, but we kind of realizing once he faces like slick outside strikers, he has pretty much nothing. And now that he's patient Chandler, not really trying to like exchange too much and overreach, like I just think he's so vulnerable to just like everyone now. And to be honest, Paddy Pimblett is a good fighter, but no, okay, Jesus. Michael Chandler is a good fighter, but I just feel like Paddy Pimblett or the top level fighters in lightweight are so different than Michael Chandler. Like, I don't know, like Justin Gaethje, like I know he doesn't really have the best takedown defense, but his striking is on a whole nother level. He's able to close the distance. And the Rafael Fiziev fight, he proved on these outside kickboxers still are going to have trouble and still are going to be able to get rocked by a guy like Gaethje. And it's just like Michael Chandler threw one strike per round. When he got the takedown, he was able to get to good positions, and then he would just lay on top position. And I feel like he could have advanced position, but he was just, I don't know, he was really trying to just hold on and like make sure he kept position. And it was just such a terrible performance by Michael Chandler. I don't think Paddy really proved anything against top level competition, because I don't think Michael Chandler was top level that night. And if you didn't know Paddy's grappling was that good, like, I don't know, now you know. I mean, I feel like the Bobby Green fight where he was like going from a guillotine to a triangle to an armbar. I know it's Bobby Green, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like it was pretty clear all along, but yeah, I don't know how he does against the top strikers like Poirier, Gaethje, Oliveira. I think all of those matchups, I'm honestly picking the top level contenders, to be honest. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like the video. And yeah, hope you join me for a video next time. Peace.